Hello everybody, it's your Wonderful Wind Mage, your Cruz Ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service now. Today is a Wednesday. It is a snowy Wednesday of February 19, and I'm really starting to chill out here because, thanks to one wonderful D3 damage, I learned today that, hey, look at it, ladies and gentlemen, Monster Train 2 is real. This is a wonderful deck builder roguelike that I got to play back when I saw Northern Lion play it all the while back, if I remember exactly, and if I look up Monster Train on my own Steam real quick. Monster Train, not Monster Hunter, even though I am excited for Wilds, of course. Monster Train, I last played it in 2022, but I have a good 75.5 hours onto it, 42 out of 53 achievements, so pretty solid, and that was even before the DLC came out when it came to. So, pretty happy, all things considered, but overall, I'm going in blind to this. I just know that, you know, this is the demo for it, so I'm gonna chill, see what goes on, and see what's different, new about it. Also, I might need to turn down the volume on it real quick. Heaven betrayed hell. The Covenant, a promise of peace between our two realms, is broken, and I took part in it. Fell, yep, the second mid-boss of the run, remember? For Heaven! For Seraph! Seraph was our leader and my brother. There was a time when I still believed in him. But ever since his vision of hell failed, he began to change. A taste of defeat enticed him to seek greater power from titans beyond our world. Until he got what he was looking for. Interesting. The titans came to heaven and began to corrupt everything. Now they threaten our whole world. Only hope of stopping them is to forge a new covenant. An alliance between the remaining angels and demons. Now that the angels and demons work together, old grudges remain, but a lot has also changed since then, including me. Steadfast preparations for the next assault into heaven are ready. We await your word. Very well, I'll join you shortly. Seraph, whatever is left of you out there, I promise I will put an end to you for good. Interesting. Hero Hell? Now I should say, I only played original Monster Train. I did not play the DLC, which was The Last Divinity, but I did watch a lot of it. Banished. Level 1 Fell, Level 1 Forward Phoenix. Banished and Pyreborn is our clans. Interesting. Also, for my own side of things, I'll probably make this border just for my own side. So, we're instead of going further into 9 circles of hell, basically, we're ascending upwards instead into heaven. Makes me immediately think of the Hades update that also just did come out as well, which is hilarious considering how that has you going all the way up to completing Olympus now. But interesting, the Great Abyss is where you're trying to get to the end. Seraph Eternus. Oh, cool! You can see all the bosses immediately instead of just seeing what the last Seraph was going to be back then. So, if you don't know what Monster Train is, it is kind of a hero, kind of like hero-based, tier-based in a way. Hero-based, tier-based in a way, roguelike deck builder, to where you are trying to defend the eponymous Monster Train as you made your way down into hell in the first game, or up into heaven in this one here. Your deck is filled with two different types of things, of either basically units or spells. Spells you get to cast on enemies or yourselves to damage, buff, debuff, however it is. And units are the ones that will defend your train. And for us, we have Fell, who is our hero basically here. So kind of looks like, yeah, the Banished is exactly what it's going to be. After combat, if the units in front gain armor up to that stat count. Interesting. Also, this music is pretty cool. But we'll just go ahead and play things out, and I'll demonstrate what we're talking about here when it comes to things. For those of you that may or may not be used to Monster Train. Or know much about it, to begin with. Since the original game came out a while ago. Protect your pyre. This is your pyre. If it takes too much damage from enemy attacks, your run is over. That is your overall health bar, and that does not heal between. Now we have something called the deployment phase. Yep, each battle begins with the deployment phase. You will draw your champion and any unit card with the blue banner on it. After you end your turn, enemies will invade. Interesting. So, as opposed to the first game where you only guarantee drew your champion, you get everybody who's a blue banner. So you can actually deploy your units more rather than just go on a watch. That's interesting, but let's look at it here. We have a total of 3 different kinds of units. We have Fel, our hero. You only get 1, or a champion rather. And then we have a shield and a spear steward. So instead of trained stewards as it used to be, which are just straight up, what's his face? Same stats overall. Seems we have 2 different stats for an offensive and a defensive based unit, which I do like. So 8 and 25 health. Or basically 2 times 2, 4 damage and 20. Multi-strike 1, but you get Valor when Revenge triggers. Means anytime you take a hit. Interesting. Now it says friendly units, so I'm assuming that they'll just be on the level, because the way that the game works is that units will spawn from the bottom enemy units of the train, and then once the turn happens, they will continue to go up and up until they reach the pyre, to where they'll basically duel 40 damage from the pyre until one side's defeated, and it keeps going on from there. So let's just go ahead play around here. I can put a shield steward in front, and they cost a certain amount of space. So you can see these take 3 space out of the 5 I have on each floor here. Fel will only take 2. So let's just go ahead and just like place her here, just for instance, to see. I mean, Revenge. Okay, well, she has multi-strike, she has Revenge, but let's just actually like split in front so I can experiment and see how things happen. That would be my first turn, so that's all I drew. Enemies have boarded your train. Enemies enter at the lowest level and move up once level every turn. If they reach the top, they'll attack your pyre. Okay, there you go. Then you draw your deck of 5. You can see you're drawing 5 cards each turn, and you have 3 energy per turn to basically play. So like, standard roguelike deck builder, I guess, card draw that you get out of things here when it comes to it. The main thing is that once you end your turn, that everybody will automatically take their turn in their battle here. So it starts with your units. So Fel would attack 2 times twice. For 2 damage twice, so 4 damage. And then my shield steward would attack for 8. Then this fallen champion would attack for 4, as you can see here. So basically the math would basically equate out to -3, and this Atroth would heal for 15. Valor, advance, move to the front of the floor, deal 1 damage, then apply Pyre Gel, plus 1 damage per stat. So the main thing that I'd want to do is, you can see here, I could immediately cast on anybody here. I could nuke the healer, for instance. That way you are taking the 15 damage straight up. And then, what might be good is to apply some Valor. That way, and not only do I have more Valor on Fel, but they're dealing more damage. And then I could also get another Train Steward out from my next floor. Okay, yeah, so Revenge benefits the floor, but only the floor. So you see in here, we have to keep defending from however many waves are here when it comes to it. So you are taking 22 damage from there, my good sir. So chances are I probably just do want to hit Firestarter again. If I deal more damage to Fel, that's more damage overall when it comes to it. And then chances are I just want to get my last Chain Steward out, just to already, have defenses otherwise. They're seen here, they're doing decent damage, but I'm not necessarily killing these guys as well as I would like at the moment here. Because he's going to get up to the pyre, which could hurt, unfortunately, at the end. I cast it on my own man. That is unfortunate, and that's not what I meant to do. Oops. Oh, I meant to do something like this or so. But it's all good. It's run 1. Also, it's not us that goes first, it's the enemy, but Fat Soul stands. You can see here, once the guy made it to the end, he got to whack my pyre for some health, and that is unfortunate, of course, at the end. Defeat the boss to win the battle at the end of your waves. Now, at the end of the waves, there's always a boss that will enter the train. His relentless ability means that combat will continue in this room until you or he is defeated. So because of that, everybody will get their round of combat, and then it ends on that. So you can see I'm doing 65 damage. I told the healer to deal more, and I can potentially move my steward up here. And the question is, if Pirate Gel him, that is damage per stat onto him. So, it's going to take 137 damage just from Fel getting to attack. Now, granted, I am seeing that, I did buff up Fel for revenge, but that is Pirate Gel on herself there, when it could have been better on the enemies. But, experimentation, right? You're seeing here, combat will just keep going until one side is gone, done, adjusted. Hello, Crimson, I hope you're doing well. It's had to be for 1 of 3 gone, and this will keep going until he reaches the pyre and kills the pyre, or until I win combat. Exactly so. Like with some Pirate Gel you're seeing here, that X means that he is dead, and, well, seems that I would just win this combat. So I took some damage, unfortunately, but that's just how it goes. So, at the end, we will get cards from our 2 clans that we choose, which we'll get to see later on. So let's see what it is. Valor 10 to get 10 combat, and then I basically get 10 power and then 10 armor. Consume is kind of like... consume is the keyword, can only play once per battle, so it's kind of like any other Slay the Spire when it's, shoot. I'm not remembering the keyword, but yeah, it's once per battle, it gets itself out of its deck. Advance. Apply damage shield 2, so nullify the net source of damage. Exactly, be it 1 damage or 1,000. Pretty good against bosses, very much so. Penitent Blood Suit. Shift. Take 20 damage and can be equipped on enemy units. Interesting. So this is equipment is basically a different form of a buff, to where I can really make enemies take more damage or so. Because I only have so much poke damage on the Batliners that it might be good potentially. Divinity is very costly, but 10 damage. But 10 damage basically is really nice. I'm not going to deny. Let's go ahead and try it just for example's sake. And then we get one from our allied clan, the Pyreborn. Consume to gain 2. Earn Dragon's Horde and loot it outside of battle for valuable rewards. Interesting. So a dead turn for micro game. Consume. Apply Pyro Gel 4 to enemy units. Deal 8 damage and slay to get an egg. Let's try an egg, but I already have something costly, so let's not delve too much into it. But after each combat, as you can see here, you will move up 1 level, and you have to go on either the left or right side of your current area here to decide what you want out of things. I think since I took 2 spells, I kind of want to go more towards this Merchant of Magic. So let's go to the left. Let's look at our Pyreborn unit that we can get. A Magma Mauler, Strike, Apply Pyro Gel, or Miser. When a unit with Avarice deals unwatched damage, gain money to the stats of Avarice. Interesting. I really, at least out of the Train Stewards, because it is equal defense and attack, I do like the ideas out of that. Magma Mauler for the bottom row, meaning that you can get damage going, is really nice, but you know me, I love greed, so let's go with Avarice. And is it the same cat merchant? Kind of. Hello, Chief. So, the way that this game, the way that your spells worked in Monster Train 1, or anything, is that you can usually equip 2 different stones, which are upgrades to anybody that's, to any spell of yours, to any unit of yours that's just not your champion when it comes to it, necessarily. You also use that money to purge cards from your deck, or to keep things going. So you can see here, upgrade a spell to cost 2 less and gain Consume. That might be really good for the one I just got of Divinity right here. Apply Valor plus 10. I think that is way worth it because it's 1. Oh, you can see, yeah, there's 2 slots. 1, but for plus 10 attack, that is way good. I think that's amazing. 20 magic power and Consume. I think it is well worth it to potentially just make one of my fire starters better. Sorry, that, or I could actually make my Golden Touch way better. That way I can try to guarantee more of that Slay trigger. And honestly, that does seem appealing to me, potentially. Let's do it. Yeah, this fire starter could be good, but I think it's better to just get 1 out of my deck. What's that? Or I get a Just Cause. Let's get a Just Cause out, actually, because I already have a better way to use things. And then, that's a successful merchant. So now, let's go on to our next battle and see what awaits us. Slow-moving soldiers west of Entropy will do heavy damage if they reach the front. deployment phase. I got my Miser. I do have Fell too. So Avarice, I need to gain money equal to Avarice. So you can get kills. And also the nice thing that I am seeing as well is that I am starting with more energy at the start of my turns here. I don't know if that's something out of like my clan or something like that or so. First and foremost, get these stewards out. Simple enough. I don't mind having Fall in front, because if you get your revenge prots, then that's totally fine. But I like how there is a deployment phase. Combat previews, because then you aren't, you know, battling back and forth between what you want out of your... what am I trying to say here? Out of your opening draws. That was a big thing that really decided Monster Train runs of if you can get your best units out on turn 1 when everyone's already going in. Preview number shows the amount of damage each unit will take during the combat phase. Yeah, that means the unit will be defeated. Exactly so. Vanguard. Applies when the unit is at the front of the floor. 8 attack when you are at the front of the floor. Interesting. So, in essence, it's making up for those spearmen that would be dying then. And since they have 2 health, I can't kill them necessarily. What I will do is put my spearmen here. What I think I can do is, yeah, have Fell take a hit or 2 out of it here. That'll provide some revenge stats when it comes to it overall. I don't necessarily need Valor yet. I mean, technically not, but I will Valor 1 to friendly units. Let's go ahead and hit this guy twice, rather. That way, next turn, I'll be ready for fighting. And also, I should have slowed down combat previews when it comes to it. That way, people can see what's going on. So now, Fell is taking a good amount of damage, unfortunately, here, but I can just cause to keep her alive. Or rather, you know, she has enough. She's going to keep stacking up on revenge. So honestly, with the armor, she's actually fine. What I'd prefer is Firestarter to make sure you're taking damage. And already, I want to keep whacking you this way. That way you're taking more and more damage. You can see right here. Otherwise, I will get a Soy trigger on you eventually, but I'll put the last of my Chain Stewards out. That's some money that I've made from my man there. Revenge is triggering, which is great. And then now, this is when I want to definitely just put you in the back. A brief respite before the boss wave. First and foremost, consume so I can get that one Dragon Sword. Yep, consume, cards that consume are placed in consume pile and play. They will not be available again until the next battle. Yep. I have those cards. I have a low chance of drawing a Valor potentially, but I could easily just put Divinity on. That way, you get so much attack in the future. This man here is relentless, but move you up. It sucks that I can't actually kill one of you potentially when it comes to it. It is a lot of damage to me though, but if I kill you here, then that means that's going to be a lot more hits coming out because it's fine enough. I don't mind taking a little bit of damage on the Pyre when it comes to, so I can secure a better boss kill. Now this is when I want the boss speed to, this is when I want the game speed to go up. Yep, just because this combat will just keep going. Yeah, since the healer doesn't have any attack, they only heal at the end of the combat there. I'm not worried about them. Can at least push for a little bit more damage, but this is a little bit stuffed, I'm not going to lie. I probably could have actually... I could have just done that on the healer. That would be a better hit. But my probably going to take some damage. No big deal. Lost health is always the big one, but I did breach with a Dragon Sword right there, so I want to see what that is. Advance. Apply melee weakness. The next time this unit is attacked, it takes that much damage again for each set of melee weakness. Interesting. Selfless Sacrifice could also potentially be good. I think the challenge is really good, though, potentially, in case I can't find a way through the small guys when it comes to it. The damage shield is also really nice, too, but let's have a way to deal with them. Ability, Jelly Sneeze, Snotty Whelp. Deal 1 damage and apply Pyro Gel the front enemy unit, so whelps are bad, and that's only 1 slot, that's a big thing. Revenge, Lava Armor, apply Pyrogel 3 to attacker. Interesting. I do kind of like that, and equipment's new, so let's go ahead and try that out. Fireborn Client and earns Dragonhorde, roll its Rosy Quadmoint, loot it now or save it for later. Loot it now for 10 gold? No. What would I get later on, though? Minor artifacts. Even more if I get more later on. But I need to get maximums. Interesting, interesting. I do like that. So it is a greed system, but we'll see how it goes. Alright. So I'm gonna get an event here, and then I get to choose between equipment, which is ways that will benefit me completely. A new unit, potentially, here. And continue to upgrade my spells. I have 85 bots. Now, technically, it really isn't much here when it comes to. But I think I'd rather take something that affects me overall. New unit could be nicer considering I only have my Miser. But then I'm still upgrading my spells. Granted, I have, I could easily start make some of these 5-stars better to help deal with things. And I'm not denying that. But the equipment might be better overall. Feels like almost might be nice if you could get your hero deal damage so they heal before the end. You can get up to 8 levels now. I'm assuming you can upgrade those by getting those mats 8. Yeah, I'm assuming that would just be if I was playing with them as the primary, not the allied clan, but we'll see. For now, let's go ahead and go with the left path so I can demonstrate more mechanics. So first and foremost, Pyre Remains is just healing for the Pyre. Merchant of Arms. Interesting. Everlasting Light, Valor. Extinguish, triggers on death. Apply this unit's Valor to the front enemy unit. So I can put this on, like, a glass cannon, basically, here. And, I can put it on my champion. They take all the damage, and then that Valor immediately goes over to the person behind. Full of Mirrors. -2 size. Trade a copy of friendly units on summon. So, this is something to the room, so I'd have a room only be 5 size. Instead of 5 size, it would be 3, but summons. So I could have like 2 fells if I wanted. But I'd have to have room, and that's something I'm not going to draw at turn 1. Interesting. Combine 2 equipment cards into 1. Upgrades an equipment or room to be drawn in a deployment phase. Ooh, that's completely new. That is completely new. I do like the idea for Everlasting Light, though. I don't think I have a good way for Hall of Mirrors yet. And I only have 1 equipment card right now, right? Of the Lava Armor, yeah. But also, the portable upgrade just sounds just as interesting. I do like the portable upgrade. Let's do that, actually. Because that means it's drawn in the deployment phase, and I have the energy, so I can just put that on Fel immediately. And then, let's see what this event is. Pungent smut of rotten chemicals hits your senses as strong as any strike. Remind the soft glow from illuminated formaldehyde tubes, deploy dot to serve this forward. Perhaps a banish that says yourself might be better than letting me tinker a little with your equipment. Do you want to partake in the experiment? Graft or in equipment on a unit. Graft one of your equipment on a unit. So, I want to put that equipment on Fel here when it comes to, but grafting something random onto somebody would be nice. So let's experiment, and let's put it on the Miser to see what you get. Graft Swiftsteel's Dagger. Hello? 15 attack for free. So he's a better backliner. He's only getting 10 gold still, but hey, that's a free buff. Nice. Very good. Come by again sometime. I have more experiments I'm going to conduct. Alright, free upgrade. I'm not going to say no to that. And then we have our first mid-boss here. Archeans draw power from the defeat of his foes, becoming enraged at their failure. Gains rage against Siphon. Triggers when an enemy unit dies on this floor. So, this is one of our 3 bosses we have to fight on this game here. But first, you've drawn an equipment card. These cards can be attached onto a unit inside the train. Once attached, it will improve the unit in various ways. Only one equipment can be attached to a unit at a time. Okay, interesting. First and foremost, let's get our usual line out here then. Oh, my game's frozen on me for a second. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, did it get rid of my equipment because I didn't get to use it? I thought I had enough for it. It's a drawn space you faced yet. He moves between floors through, but can be attacked if you clear out other enemies on that floor. Didn't... I thought it was showing 3 energy. It was showing 4 energy, so why did it automatically end then? Huh? Is that actually a bug that I have to report on it showing 3 or 4 energy instead of 3? Because I thought I had enough then. Or rather, I thought something was... Okay, that might be something to give feedback on in the bottom right there then. They did that to prevent wild frost shenanigans. They doesn't have the potential of breaking a card. Yeah, I can see. Okay, so first and foremost, and the bosses, the 3 bosses that show up in your in each of your thirds of your run, will show up and move between your one of 3 floors. They will actually have their own phase to where they deal damage back and forth, and they always have a gimmick associated with them. So you can see this is Siphon, so anytime somebody dies on the floor that he's on, he will gain rage. The other one here, Kale, Lord of the Cherubs, will get 20 plus health and spikes due to enemy units, and then the main boss has people coming in with melee weakness 3 on my side, which is unfortunate. But when it comes to overall here, the main thing is that I have to be battling back and forth when it comes to overall on these enemy types. I can advance the enemy, that way I get to kill him here. And take more damage, but Fel can take it just because he's going to get Valor out of it. I think the idea is, hilariously, advance this guy, that way he dies. Kill the healer. Let's see. Kill entire fights in the prep phase. You've been trying to play equipment for your last unit. Yeah, but I had to learn one way or so. Because I didn't know that would how that would work necessarily. Watch out for triggers. This is a trigger. Triggers activate when specific events or turn phases happen. So let me look at it here. It's just drawn during my deployment phase, but I thought I would have gotten it earlier then, because I would have loved to have that on Fel for the extra health. So he moved up to the top, so he's just going to kill my train steward otherwise, which is unfortunate. The trigger. Triggers after combat. Plus 3 damage and take 20 damage. Interesting. Otherwise, I think I would like the Valor, of course, on you here. You're going to take 33 damage. I think it's fine to get another train steward out here. One thing's considered. If I do a Pirate Gel to you, you're just going to take a little bit more slightly when it comes to... Now, having some Valor on you, that way you're getting some armor would be nice. I'm going to kill a steward, but I can't really do too much there, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I'm going in blind into this here, so gotta learn, and I'm not going to hold myself to my first run if, you know, things go that badly. Let's be honest here. Alright, where are you moving, sir? You are moving to the very bottom. So, I do want this man to move up here. Revenge proc on you means that everyone's going to be taking damage then. Well, actually, I could apply melee weakness to you. I don't know if that's really going to do much. Well, let's experiment. Can I move the boss up? No, I cannot. Alright, well, I had to try, but at least you have melee weakness for the future. My stewards are dying, so they don't have any good cover, but can't really say much about that. Realize the Fraudulent's dead, but my Pyre's gonna take some damage. But the main thing here is that they are getting Pyro Gel when it comes to, which is totally fine by me. You didn't get any Rage this turn here. I still have more waves though. My boys are gonna die otherwise here, which I am not necessarily enjoying. You have Spikes, which is annoying, and I do not like that. But if I would melee weakness to you, I could potentially get you killed, almost. Almost. Not necessarily, though. That's totally fine, though. The better thing is to move you up, that way I can get you at least killed on this end. I just want to see how a game that tries to stop the exploits that other games have. Yeah, I'd agree. Oh, because that's equipment. Because I was equipped and grafted, I could maybe put that on Fell. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Hello, Sunny. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, like, you know, every game's got a word, and since this is a direct sequel to a previous game, because it's Monster Chain 2 as it is, exactly so, this is directly going to be wording one side or another, of course, from the initial game. So quick allows me to attack before the enemies, which is hilariously good. Let's see here, you have 20 health basically when it comes to it. Can't really do too much on this end to prevent. I don't particularly enjoy my math here when it comes to. You're going to die. I can't really do much about that, Chief. At least Fall's gonna get some energy, but I think this is a pretty brick combat, all things considered, unfortunately, here. I think the least I can do when it comes to it. Thinking myself here, because I really can't do too much necessarily. Besides, I could just hit you, really, get my egg proc out of it at the very least, but I'm really not going to get too much more out of it, because he's going to die to the revenge otherwise. Yeah, the Pyro's taking damage, but still not too much more to make out of it here. For the final wave, I'm only doing 197, which is unfortunate, I've got to say. Yeah, I think my run is going to end pretty fast here, all things considered, just because I didn't get to build up as much as I would have liked. But, you know, this is first run, just going to see and experiment, but I am out of units completely here, which has absolutely ruined me, all things considered. Because he killed all my other stewards, and I didn't have anybody else to back it up, but this is, once again, learning, of course. This means getting to at least demonstrate the main pieces when it comes to seen here. Never mind, my Pyro survived with 3 HP. Alright, I guess never punished. I guess the run goes on then, but I can't take any more damage basically. Soldier of Fortune. Lose 30 gold. Draw a unit and apply 30 attack. Average 15, armor 50. Interesting. Double amount of Pyrogel on a unit. Whenever a unit gains Pyrogel, it gains 30 stats. I think I need Soldier of Fortune because I need better units, and I have the money to supplant this. I can't believe I survived there. That is my rare card towards defeating the boss, and now I get my unit draft. Ability, Shift, gain Valor whenever you move. Interesting. Steadfast Crusader, Slam. Deal damage to the front enemy unit's current health and armor. Cooldown 2. Whenever you advance. Interesting. Magma Mauler. Apply Pyro Gel. I need more ways to hit multiple times overall, is my thought process here. And I also want more taints would be nicer too. I think I like the Crusader. Because I'm really not dancing around too much, and being able to advance around would be fun. So now, major enhancement. I can either gain an energy per turn. Deployment Ember is what it was showing me there. So yeah, Deployment Ember. Additional one at the start of the phase. Gotcha. My Pyre will get more damage and healing. That just always does. But I can either get that, draw 1+ each turn, or get 2 deployment on each floor. It was only +1 deployment in the first game, so interesting. But honestly, I think I am a 1-floor Andy when it comes to, so I think Heaven's Light could be really good for me. Especially with how much I'm going to be banking on Soldier of Fortune for myself here. So I think that's kind of what I want to go for. 25 gold, I need more stuff than that right now. So I really can't take that. Alright. Duplicate any card except your champion. Event, trinkets, pyre health. Money, upgrade my or forwards my units to gain powers, and I can also upgrade my champion no matter where I go. I think I'd love to duplicate something. So if I duplicate Soldier of Fortune, that would be ridiculous. But first, let's see what foe can get. So there is paths you can take your champion, always. Vanguardian 2. Revenge apply. I get better base stats and apply more Valor to my friends. Shift. Gain 1 Valor permanently anytime I move. Interesting. Interesting from the movement. So I want to keep cycling Valor to be able to just get more permanent attack out of my Fel potentially then. I did just take a tank in my Steadfast Crusader. So honestly, that kind of seems fun to do, having to dance around, just having my Just Cause keep having people move. But Better Revenge also just does seem nice. I just need more actual attack though. Let's try this though. Let's try and chain. So that's something new. It's a new keyword. First and foremost, Forge. I can upgrade units with new stuff here. So a multi-strike unit does potentially seem nice. I could maybe make a multi-strike Miser. So he's dealing 50 damage. And honestly, that seems really good. I have the money for it. So let's do that. Quick and +5 attack. +5 attack. Valor 5. I could just give him 70 attack, which is honestly really hilarious. I think I'll wait on that for a second here. 10 attack on somebody. Equal to the student's current health and armor. Honestly, what I'm thinking here is actually reroll me. I want to maybe get armor or something like this. Large stone could be nice. Fragile. If this unit takes damage, it dies. First and foremost, Steadfast Crusader, give him more health please. I'd love that. Now the large stone. Do I just give him the large stone? To make him 3 size. I did just get the upgrade to my train size overall. That doesn't seem bad. I could even just straight up give this to my Miser because he has 60 health and he's only 2 size. Honestly, 2 Misers like this that go first is actually just as ridiculously stupidly funny. But then that comes down to, do I want to duplicate my Misers then? Or do I want to duplicate a Soldier of Fortune because that's my rare? Honestly, making 2 Misers does seem pretty funny. And I need better units, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's make 2 moderately sized Misers. And also, I made somebody have Avarice. Avarice save for 15 though. That's unblock damage. I don't think it's actually worth it for the Avarice. I think it's a trap. Put a wall in front of the Miser and let him rip. Well, honestly, the Miser's gonna be the wall, and since he attacks first, I think that's fine. Undergo trials for greater risk and reward. Activating trial will make this battle more difficult, but you'll earn an extra reward if you win. So this is another big crux of what Monster Train does in its formula, is that in each of the battles, we didn't have that for now, up until now, just as a tutorial. You can see here, you can damper yourself for the choice of having a potential gain at the end. So 150 gold could be nice, but I don't think it's worth it here. Let's see here. The Judge. Whenever a unit dies, gain 2 power and restore 20 health. That's going to be the boss. Otherwise, we have multi-strike zealots that have a lot of health. Potentially. So let's go ahead and not do it, because I want to start fun. Oh, that's nice. You actually draw all your units. I do like that. It's actually really interesting and nice to see. So all things considered, Fel is free. Miser. I mean, I could put the Crusader, all things considered. And I am out of money, so the Lava Armor is not getting as much value as I would have liked out of necessarily. You summon unit with an activated ability. Put the unit to activate its ability. Oh! So I can literally just press this button to advance him straight up. Interesting then, interesting. Good to know for the future. Add a distorted toll to the top of your draw pile. Triggers after combat. So that is just a dead draw, and I'd rather not have that. So instead, let's advance you up. That way you are going to guaranteed die then, Chief. Put the armor on you. And then go ahead and put a train steward behind. Oh, I'm still going fast. Oops. It's slowed down for everybody then. Alright.
I love you all.
Oh, Kappa, thank you for the 8-month subscription. It's great to see you around, and thank you for all the love now, Chief. Alright, so you, sir, apply sap 2 units. Whenever I play a spell on this floor, which decreases my attack. Which is unfortunate. What I can do is I can just put slam to straight up kill you then, Chief. That way the sap doesn't go off. I get the dragon egg too. You're dead to the miser basically here, which is hilarious. And I'm gonna advance you, that way you don't get something dead in my deck. So I'm actually making so much money out of this here from my double misers. My unit line is actually really good now, and now it's just actually I need to find a way to buff up Fel more, which means I just need to actually advance them. Ooh, we also have a collector, which usually spawns at the bat, but they would be a way for you to. That is usually a way for you to gain gold in a way or so. If you can kill them, of course. I'm not gonna be able to kill you, sir, unfortunately. What I can do, though, is just deploy the last of my stuff here. I hope you're doing well, Kappa. You see there, I got money from killing that guy right there, which is great. Honestly, this mode is actually really good. Just the double misers, meaning I'm making so much money. And the fact that I survived that boss fight is hilarious. But I need to make this money work. I need to be upgrading all of my units otherwise. So this guy is still an enchanter, which is unfortunate. And if I don't get rid of this distorted toll, then I'm going to take damage here. What I think I want to do is hit this guy hard, potentially. The sap is going to hurt me, unfortunately, when it comes to it. You can see here, it's going to get rid of everybody's attacks, almost. I do think I want to play this just for the fact of I need Fel to permanently gain some Valor. Get rid of the toll, because that's bad, of course. And then increase the Valor out of my other man right there. Root Goblin enemy? Yeah, because usually they spawn in inconvenient situations. That way, you're forced rather to, to choose between, do you want to sacrifice someone like your turn or so to play them out, to get the kill? At least I could get away with it right there. So this man is actually just going to straight up die, hilariously. So in the meantime, what I'm just going to do is just let the permanent Valor stack on my Fel here. And, well, they're kind of dead already, just due to the miser, all things considered. And also the revenge from the armor, giving Pyrogel for all the stats is actually really nice. I'm going to make so much money off of the miser, dude. So I'm actually going to get so buffed spells, hilariously enough, from this all. So they can't get through my Whiny, and even if they could get to my Miser, it's actually gonna have so much. It still has so much health. 60 health is way a lot. Like, how much money is this, dude? 370? Oh man, I'm rich. This build is absolutely turned with just a 3 health left over. Okay, choose a card. A Punch Shredder. Enchant to gain Trample, which means all of my units will get the effect of Trample. When attacking, excess overkill damage applies to the next unit. Very good. Apply Valor 3 and damage shield to friendly units. That's all of them on the floor. Armor 20 and Valor 5. Could be very nice. I do kind of like the Shredder because I have 2 Misers and I have the Space Force, so I think I'll take him. Deal 20 damage to all units. That's all units. For 10 gold for each. Ability Moneymaker. Gain 10 gold for each. Gain 10 gold for each dragon egg that I have. Interesting, so more money, and I have the units for it, but do I want to dilute my debt? Consume, double the amount of a Pyro Gel on a unit. I kind of actually don't like that, because I want to spend the Dragon Horde eventually, and I already have enough money, so I think I'd rather just skip it. And honestly, we're just gonna keep greeting. So I think I am totally fine here, so save my loot. Made 200 plus from that one battle? Yeah, and then I could spend it all on like artifacts or stuff like that or so. Equipment or room card? I think getting equipment could be nice for me here. Random equipment and rooms, but I could also get artifacts, and artifacts are the way that you absolutely turn the game here. So let's see here. Equipment or room card first. Reduce cooldowns by 1. Create a copy of friendly units to summon. Gain 10 gold when a unit dies. What the heck, dude? That's actually really ridiculous. But I think Hall of Mirrors would be way better, because imagine, I get Hall of Mirrors, and then I just summon... I summon my double Miser? So I have 2 Misers like that there. Honestly, I think I go Hall of Mirrors. Merchant of Trinkets. What should I get? Whenever I equip any unit, get damage shield. When a friendly unit gains Valor, gain 1 stat. Does that stack with Fellow's permanent Valor? No, that's their card effect. The equipment could be nice, but I only have 1 equipment technically here, so actually I don't think it's as good. Supposed to be an upgrade slot, that's fine, but I don't think it's necessary. What do I want to get out first though? Get a Firestarter out, it's not that good by itself. And reroll me actually. When you're out of power, when you're out of energy, cards can be played for their cost and pyre health. Interesting. Friendly units gain stealth 1 on summon and slay. The heck? 50% chance to remove all buff effects on an enemy unit when it enters the trade. That is absolutely ridiculously good. I'm buying that. Stealth 1 and summon on summon and slay. That's ridiculous to keep the Miser alive. What the heck? Anyways, to upgrade your pyre, my mana, at each of the 3 mid-bosses here, I get the choice of either upgrading my overall mana that I'm gaining, or my overall card gain, or my overall capacity. So that is the trade-off that I did do there. Isn't Shadow Thief also kind of really stupid just for my Miser, just to get 8 stealth and then kill? Because stealth stats go through for bosses. So I think that's really stupidly good. Yeah, give me that. Why not? Celestial Alto for an event. So that's one big trade-off, because you have to always choose. You come across the abandoned train yard and watch half step out of a rusty train car with a pile of scrap. She inspects her salvage and points out a few blueprints. Train to do some tuning up, don't you think? Go ahead and pick a mod you like. Get a Fight Club mod. At the start of battle, apply Fight Club to the 3rd floor. Friendly units plus 15. Spell Sanctum Flawed. Sway plus 1 space on this floor. What the heck? What the heck? That's very interesting, but the Misers already have their own equipment on them. I think Spell Sanctum mod is way better because that 2nd floor is where I really want to benefit. I mean, I could also just, yeah, wait to put my misers, wait to put my duplicated miser on the 3rd floor, and then they just have more attach when it comes to it. But my pyre health is already so low that I don't know about it. I think I like the Spell Sanctum more, all things considered then. And that's just a safer option. If I had more pyre health, I think I'd take Fight Club, but with my current health, I can't do that. Enemy units enter with Titan Skin 4, 1 damage reduction per stack. So basically nobody's going to be hitting besides my misers. I don't like that. Sap me, gain Titan Skin on Slay. I'm already making enough money too. I don't think I have to. I think I'm just going to chill. Yeah, it's consistent. So first and foremost, that is both my misers, but I could just make 2 misers if I get Hall of Mirrors when it comes to it. So I think that's what I'm going to play for. So Fell first, miser. My Crusader is 2. I think he's totally fine, and then I do want to put the lava armor on him without a doubt. I think that's totally fine for my first turn. So, Harvest, so when somebody dies, and they do sap. Now, I can just give Trample to everybody here, hilariously. So I can start going through. And then with this, I'm doing so much damage to you instead, which is great. I'm doing this here just for the permanent. When it comes to it here. Because I need Foe to be stacking. That does actually affect the Pyrogel. Slightly. I mean, it's not the worst, but... Oh, actually, the stealth actually made it so we didn't take any damage. That's hilariously stupid, dude. That's actually hilarious. Room cards. Oh, baby. So install the Hall of Mirrors here. And that's 2 misers on the floor with quick attack! Yeah, that is absolutely the dream right there, baby girl. That is absolutely the dream. Otherwise, just move around. That way I get permanent Valor and Fell. And now I am absolutely just popping off. That is the dream, though, to both draw the Hall of Mirrors and the Miser together. But if I get the chance, then, you know, that my floor is absolutely secured now. Ooh, hello there, sir. I don't think I can get to you, though. So Sap is annoying, but what I can do is... I can slam forwards. That protects my Fell. Can't get to the bat, though, unfortunately. So out of my units left... I mean, I can't actually use it because I drew all the rest of them, which is annoying. If I do anything here, I'm going to sap my own boys, which is bad. I can't kill the Collector, unfortunately, so I have no way to push him up. So, the only real thing to do here is just to prepare my last floor, in case it comes to that. But yeah, this is stupid, because the Miser money value, greed pays, baby, greed pays. But yeah, I didn't get to that guy, so I'm not going to get the gold from him, but it's fine. I already made so much gold here anyways. So, no sap, which is totally fine here. Move you up. Slay for the egg. That has to be done straight up here. And the room effect for the blueprints for the free actually would have applied. Okay, I am seeing the slight problem though. I am overriding my spell effect blueprint by putting the Hall of Mirrors there, but I can just move it to the 3rd floor when it comes to them instead, and I can just say, yeah, I'm fine. The Misers are killing there, so I am 1000% fine. So instead, it's just all about moving my boys around. Just for the sake of the permanent Valor. And then Miser Money Gaming. And then let's see how much damage this guy gets to do to me. He's dead. He's just straight up dead. That is hilarious. And what I'm going to do is move... Fell up for the Valor. I then get to press the button here to move you up. Fell's still protected, and you're still dying. Yeah, the sap did hurt there, but it's not really much. And I'm still gonna make all the money in the world, so I'm not gonna do anything more. Because if I just speed this all the way up, I'm just gonna watch my money flow, baby girl. Like, this is hilarious. 385 at the end of combat, and now I'm up to 460 from the rewards. Yup, this is stupid. Descend, then advance a friendly unit. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 2 times this unit's armor. So descending means I can move somebody from the 3rd floor to the 2nd or 2nd to 1st. So, quite frankly, I can move a miser down and have multiple misers on the bottom, dude. Lost between battles on the champion, that is permanent, since he now falls at Valor 13, so they'll basically be at 15 times 2. That is really stupid. I'm taking Heroic Dive, because the misers are everything. Avarice 3, don't really think I need it. Fire Pyro Gel and deal 10 damage to enemy units, could be good. 10 damage to enemy units, lose 10 gold and repeat this charge effects up to 3 more times. Actually, I have so much gold, I think making Rain's actually way useful because I can get rid of the battle line easily then. Yeah, and then I want to keep saving up the edge for now. Yeah. Alright. So, another equipment or room card. Remove 2 cards from my deck. More money. And better spells, or forging my units again. The misers are where everything's at, and I have the Steadfast Crusader otherwise. So I think the spells would technically be better here then, right? Because I make it rain, if I could keep getting that bat, that would be great. Fire health would be nice too, but the money is where I'm gonna make things work. I need better units though. I can duplicate another miser! But that's not worth it, that's not worth it. Overall here, do I need equipment or a room card? Equipment or a room card? What is necessary more? I already have equipment on the misers, that's not it. I could forge the units to be better, and honestly, I still only have my Steadfast Crusader. So I think it's going to be the spells more than anything. Let's wait to remove. Let's just use our money for now. Let's see what I can get. Intrinsic. Starts in your first hand post-deployment phase. Status effects are doubled from this card here. 20 Valor. 20 Valor on its own is amazing. 10 magic power on something. Magic Drain dealing 20 is really good, I'm not gonna lie, so I think I'm gonna start there. Heroic Dive being intrinsic is very curious. Soldier of Fortune as well. I'm not gonna play both my misers. And this, like, I am kind of hurting for good units, so I think that will be good considering how I'm not really using it otherwise. Make something cost less, but make it consume. That's not necessary for my stuff here. Double stat though. Am I playing it on the Divinity? 20 Valor is actually really good. Let's do so and then let's roll. Kill your pyre equal to the spell's cost. Don't think I know about it. Oh, did I not see the redeem? Oh, sorry, Kappa. Thank you for reminding me then. I'll do that for my next battle then. ASMR for the next battle. Sorry. Okay, first and foremost. 20 magic power and consume. Make a pyro. Make something consume out of here. Remove consume out of something. I mean, making Heroic Dive not consume is really stupid. To the spell's cost, but that's... To the spell's cost, so I'm gonna be healing it 1 per. I don't think that's necessarily worth it, Chief. Making something cost 1 less, though. I am hurting for energy, so making something free would be really good. I think Midas Touch for the edge stacking is gonna be real nice on its own. And then I would like to remove just a regular fire starter. I could remove 2 regular fire starters, rather. Now let's do so. I have all the money in the world, so I can keep thinning my debt, and I can even remove 2 more things. I can remove 1 more fire starter, so I'm very thin. I think the just causes are totally fine in my debt to have, so I think I'd rather remove a shield steward, because I need the damage more than the shielding right now, since the mice are already doing so much. That's great, that's all my money used, and now I have Kale Lord of Cherubs to fight. So this could be the absolute skill check on me. They have 20 health, and Spites 2, so they will be hitting back, unfortunately. Alright, so for you, Kappa, I am leaning into my mic, and I am doing more ASMR for this fight, which I don't know how well that'll be. I might need to change my volume levels a little bit then on the game. So let's go ahead and move that down a little bit. So first and foremost, they will always have that, which is of course going to be a problem. So I need to set my boys up in a very safe way as possible, much as I can here, and I'll set up for my miser turn later. So let's see here. Buffet. Enemy units have buffet. After the next round of combat, the unit will be eaten by the front unit without an ability, so Kale can easily get a lot of spites when it comes to it, and that is a potential problem. First and foremost though, I do think Make It Rain is really good here. Triggers on death. Apply 3 corruption to my unit. Take 1 damage stat at the end of my turns here. But I think stopping Kale as soon as possible is very good. So Make It Rain. That's all my money, but that did get through all of that there. And then what I think I want to do then is Soldier of Fortune. I don't have the gold, so I actually have to have the gold to play Soldier of Fortune. Interesting, good to know. So, I need Hall of Mirrors. Good for me here, so unfortunately, I'm not doing much on that end. What I will do though, is do something like this. I want you to be able to move up. I want to keep triggering that, and then I want that Pyro Gel to be hitting when it comes to it here. Actually, you're not even gonna hit just because we have stealth. So that actually does work negatively in my favor. The fact is, you still have Pyro Gel stacking on you, which is all that matters. Moving all the way up. You can slay somebody here, which I will do. Consume Divinity here, absolutely worth it. And then I think next up is I want to go ahead and get my Spear Steward here. Just, you know, just to have him. I'll also be getting armor, which is fine. Alright, I have money now, so that's good to know. So I actually have to have money. It won't trigger if I don't have money. It just straight up just doesn't. The corruption hits are hurting, I am not going to lie. That's the biggest problem here. Alright. Let me think for a second here. You're not really doing much on your own here. I'm really just waiting for my mice to come around. The Spell Sanctum is nice, but it's not like it's fully necessary. I don't want my steward to survive, so I think I'll just go ahead and go here. Put the whole mirrors up top then. And then otherwise, we are just gonna dance around here. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's totally fine for you to stay here. Hello, Kaylee, I hope you're doing well. Oh, the Spite still kills anyway, so that's my own personal problem. The corruption is fine though, because you still have the health to do so, and the armor that you get from the Vower absolutely just hits. Alright. Soldier of Fortune. It hit my steward. That's unfortunate. It's fine, though. It's fine. I'm coming in with stealth anyway. Oh, but if I do this, then I won't be able to... Well, actually, it's fine. It's fine if I wanted to do that, technically, because that's 244 health steward. You're not going to survive a hit, though, because that spite's 4. I'd rather just summon you down here for the moment, then. I will give trample to everybody here, so that way you will die. Then I'm just gonna chill. Ever throw things that's going around? Still sick? Yeah, that's unfortunate to hear. Sorry to hear about that, Kaylee. As for me, I just got an ASMR redeem, so it's nothing too much here. And I'm playing the new hit potential roguelite that's coming out sooner or later, Monster Train. Because Monster Train 2, because the demo of it just came out. So we're just kind of chilling, having a good time. Alright, so I did get my double miser, which I've been waiting for. So that is the big upside and downside for if I don't get it early. Big thing here though, let us dance a little bit. So let's dance, trigger the slam here to protect, and then we're just honestly chilling. No reason for me not to go ahead and just provide the Devour to my second floor though. Yeah, the Pyro Gel is hitting my front line, but we're totally fine. Stealth actually protects us otherwise. My front line actually will technically die here, but I'm gonna deal decent enough damage then. My man's actually gonna die to the corruption, which I am seeing as a problem. That is the problem when it comes to that Extinguished proc, which I am realizing I am not enjoying when it comes to it now. He's just gonna die no matter what, so the least I can do is just get the stacking going still here, though. And honestly, Heroic Dive doesn't do too much for me here. Not terribly social, feeling like this by World Resort, but I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm chilling out, I'm just playing games, enjoying myself overall, and just really, yeah, just having a good time. Alright, now would be a good chance for Heroic Dive. Because that's immediate damage to you. It's advancing damage, so I might even kill you before things come around to all things considered. I don't need to trample at this rate then, technically, so honestly, it might be good just to advance my Punch Shredder, that way I can protect my Miser as much as possible. Otherwise, protect the Miser again. And I don't want to save my money, just because, you know, I'm not making as much as I necessarily thought when it comes to it. Yeah, as much as I can, save the trample. We have so much stealth too, hilariously, that's really not mattering as much. And I might just kill straight up, yep. Alright, in that case then, descend this Miser, so I can make even more money, hilariously. And yeah, they're just straight up dead. In that case then, just dance for the Devour. Alright, let's see how much money I'm making out of this combat then. Because I was at basically 0 money at the start. But these Misers are absolutely paid off, dude. 325. That's up to 525, and I'm gonna stop leaning into my mic for this. Double the amount of Pyrogel. Friendly units gain Valor 7 on Soleil. When an enemy unit gains Pyrogel, it gains 3 stats. I think that could be really good, because since it's a room, I could put that on, and then with my Steadfast Crusader having the Lava Armor, more Pyrogel is really nice. The Valor 7 does seem ridiculous too, potentially. But I think the Hell Furnace is more stable when it comes to. So I think I'm going to take that, because I need something from my bottom room. And to answer you earlier, Crimson, now you're seeing exactly. I have my choice between, do I need more energy per turn and more deployment? Do I need more card draw, or do I need more space? My space has already been solved, that is not a concern. I think it would be card draw, because I'm not really hurting for when it comes to spells since I have my Spell Sanctum to help me out, so I think I need more card draw when it comes to it. I'm almost up to 7, just about, so we're gonna keep saving on the egg proc. Alright. Forge my spells, duplicate something. Equipment and rooms. I don't have units here, though. I need units. And my spells are already pretty darn good on their own. Honestly, I think I'm just going to be straight up, yeah, duplicate the Miser at this point. I'm going to get to upgrade my champion, but I need units. So I need, yeah, Merchant of Steel, potentially, then. I could get a random event and hope for a unit there, but honestly, that's not worth it. The units I am getting is just a better it's just, hey, hello, Miser! Welcome to the team! Duplicated. Welcome to a third Miser. Alright. Unchained or Vanguardian 2. So, better base stats or more Valor to friendly units when hit. Better base stats. I mean, I'm dancing so much already on its own. I think that's fine. And the Valor, it's not as necessary, I feel. Alright, Merchant of Arms. Restore 10 health after combat. More attack, but I don't think that's their unit. Hurts this unit from your deck. If they die. Combine 2 equipment cards into 1, though. I think Meat Shield actually could be really good, then so I'd get to combine 2. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do 1 with 2. Nice. Reroll. Quick. Train Stewards get multi-strike. This unit's attack is equal to its max health. Not really the best when it comes to. I will take a deployable Hall of Mirrors, actually. Holy crap, that actually goes way up in my priority. The energy would have been way better then, but I did not think about it. Alright, it's fine though. And do I want to remove something from my deck? Not necessarily. Do I? The challenge isn't as useful as I would have wanted, but, you know, I think that's just due to me not drawing as much here when it comes to. The stewards still have some space, but then again, I have the misers for it, so honestly, just remove. Yeah, go ahead, remove stewards then. Remove stewards. I'll take the shield steward at least, but otherwise, it's just miser gaming. And the attack equal to health? I guess the misers actually would benefit from that. But no, they already have the Swift Steel Dagger, so I can't put anything on them. Nah, alright. We are legitimately chilling. Alright, battle time then. A Penitent Prayer Stone is spawned on each floor. It has Spites 10. It has 150 HP. That's for 400 gold. Would that kill my misers? They are doing 80 damage per, but they'll go down to 40 health. Isn't that fine? 40 health, but I have so many misers at this point? For 400 butts? This may actually kill me. So I deal 10 damage to my units. Armor, Titan Skin. If you have no units on this floor, deal 5 damage to the Pyre. That's scary. But honestly, I think that's fine, just because of the Miser Gaming. I think I'm going to Dreed on this trial here, straight up. Holy shit, dude. Okay. Wait, if I hold mirrors at the bottom. I can't even put Fell then if I put her there, if I do this. But it's hilarious. Oh, it's so hilariously good, dude. I think I do want to put my Penitent and Crusader here, though. I should have done that in a different order, but hey, you know what? I'm just having fun. This actually could be really bad for me, all things considered, because when those things spawn in, yeah, that's going to absolutely hurt. Oh, but my cleansing water actually got rid of most of their spites, so we're actually chilling. Oh, heck yeah, brother. All right, we're fine. All right, Soldier of Fortune. It really hit my Shredder. It's fine. It gives trample to my misers. And actually, it spawned 2 of these boys. Oh, that's so... Dude, this is actually hilarious. This is actually really funny. I think it's better for me just overall to just get equipment here. I could also just give this straight up to this boy. To just keep buffing my bottom. Is it really worth it? Nah, just be smart. Be smart about it here. Just buff here. Don't be stupid. Because then I want to have 2 stable floors. Come on now. Look at all that money. Yeah, I'm not getting through this first man immediately. But afterwards, oh, we are chilling. Melee weakness. I can slay you, sir. Get another egg. You're mostly dying. I will advance you, that way you die straight up, though. Vour. Do Vour here. I could slay him for 85 immediately, but I'm also just gaining so much armor, and that is also revenge stats I'm getting out of it. So I think we're fine then. I think I actually will go ahead and hit, though. That way I can get rid of the thing behind, since I don't have a way to cleave it there, though. Now I'll just have to get through this guy with my last miser, is what I'm thinking here. Now, the statue there is actually pretty annoying. But luckily for me, I have 2 misers. I have 2 misers. I advance you, so that way you just straight up die, and actually, we're just straight up chilling. Actually, I'm gonna move this guy up, so that way you straight up die. Actually, no. I think I'll just Firestarter you rather, that way you take more damage here. And we are actually just all good. I am such a rich lad after all of this. What the heck? Alright. 4 more waves, hilariously, but we're still doing... I say we're doing fine. I do need a little bit more help, though. I think the Maid Green is totally fine to protect my line here, though. And then, unironically, I think the option to do is actually have the Crusader go downstairs. That's what I'm going to do. Just cause, that way this guy dies. Heroic dive. That way, you hope to get the kill, potentially, here. I think I will want you to move up. That way I can maybe get some more kill pressure on. That lets me get through you. Melee weakness down here, so that way you're taking more damage. I'm having to think things out because my initial attack wave did kind of get buffered out due to the fact that I took the statues. But if I survive this, I am absolutely making bank. Okay, this is where it starts to get absolutely sad for me, though. Because these cleaves are gonna kill me. Technically. Technically, they will kill me. What I can do instead is something like this. That protects my line completely, rather. So I'm just straight up chilling. I'll advance you that we can deal damage to you, but that really doesn't help me out much, unfortunately, at the end of the day. Because you are going to hit my pyre for... That's 21 damage, unfortunately, at the end. I need to maybe get, like, my shield or my fell down, though. Okay, no, my pyre actually has so much damage, and I wasn't even thinking about it, so we're fine. Alright, otherwise... Who has the most health? Actually, Fel has the most health out of it here, but Crusader has the heroic die, so I'd rather actually have him downstairs to help out. Put the house furnace room on there, then. Have the steward stay. And then I can get through there a little bit. Alright, actually, this is totally fine. This is totally fine. Alright. Last wave. Man's not dying immediately. The sweep absolutely ruins us. So rather... how about just don't sweep? Trigger. And the melee weakness is absolutely necessary. You're taking 120. That'll leave you with 201. So you'll deal 10 damage to my pyre. That's totally fine. As for this here, you'll have like no health. That's totally fine as well then. In that case, just dance around for health. Or for Fel. All the just causes come out, we're fine. And I honestly think that's a totally fine use out of everything here. Because this combat will go. We saw, you are surviving, you are getting through my first misers, but I'm gonna have so much money, I'm not gonna know what to do with myself here. Like, is this normal? Now granted, my pyre is still very much so suffering, I'm not denying that, but this is hilarious. Like, straight up. Legitimately, just keep advancing around for my Fel. And then 2 misers. I'm at 1,000 gold? I'm almost 1,500 instead now. Valor on friendly units adds +1 per stat. Interesting, but I think the second dive is absolutely way more worth it. Soul Smelter equipment. Gain 1 dragon head. No. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy unit twice. I just need cards, so I think I ought to take it. I'm gonna save for the moment, though. Yeah, I don't need the challenge money necessarily, but I do need shops. Foraging units should be nice. Another miser, baby! Oh boy, here we go then. Alright. Who needs any other unit? I have misers! Okay, let's do something real quick though. Let's do something real quick. Multi-strike, avarice, extra attack, quick. Dude, I don't even know at this point here. Let's look at everything here. Units get an extra upgrade slot! Yes, baby girl! Yes, baby girl. Gimme that right now. Valor gains armor. Give me. Dragon's Tail. Gain 3 eggs if I took no damage. How many more areas do I even have? No more. So that's kind of moot. Reroll me. Grants the bat enemy unit when it enters your train. I like that. 3 times different cards, draw 1. Start of turn if they are at the front of the room. Valor gives armor. Let's hold off on that for the moment real quick. Forge me, potentially. Multi-strike on a miser. Gimme. That's stupid. A size on a miser? Dualism? What the heck is dualism? Double the stats of status effects applied by this unit. That's just another multi-strike, straight up. Why not? Gimme. Gimme that. Better miser. 20 health. Give it on my Crusader. Valor 5. Yeah, give it to my Crusader then. I should have spent more then. That's a little bit on me. But what do I want then? Big miser? Biggest miser? That's 110 health on that miser, dude. But that's also 120 damage on the dualism. Yeah, duplicate that one. I actually have so much money that I could have bought everything, quite frankly, here. I really could have. Alright, what don't I need? Honestly, I've removed more than enough. I think I'm fine with what I have here, quite frankly. There's literally nothing more for me to buy, and I don't necessarily want to remove anything. Do I need 4 Just Causes, though? Actually, yeah, that might be the play to just remove the Just Causes, because I don't need to stance anymore, necessarily, when it comes to considering how I already have... I mean, it is a way for me to get around, but I have the misers to get through. I just need to just draw into my misers straight up. They also have been nice for me to get around the bat line, but I already have a way to get around the bat line. Nah. Spend the money up, make my debt thin so I can make use, and then we go to Seraph. Alright, final boss time. Melee weakness 3 on my boys. Annoying. Not gonna lie. I should have spent my wound horde because it's the last area! Oh, I'm so stupid. I didn't even spend it. I spent everything else but that. I am so disappointed in myself. Okay, first and foremost. I think it's totally fine to just get rid of the spell stuff here for Hall of Mirrors. Thinking about how I want to do this. 2 fellows is pretty ridiculous as well, I'm not gonna lie. 2 misers is just as stupid though. I think I start with this though. And it's really just gonna come down to having all my misers just out in a row, I'm not gonna lie. If I can get Descend and then put my last miser, I think that's fine. I might have overplayed with how many people I do have, but we'll see. We will see. Soldier of Fortune. I have the money for it. That hit my shield steward. I could have waited. Oh well, we're fine. Triggers when attacking to apply Corruption. Not happening. Deal 20 damage to the enemy units. I'm always gonna have money to be able to play it, so quite frankly, that is free. Let's just play the Shield Steward up, I'm not gonna lie. And I kinda wanna save my Miser and whatever for whenever I can just heroic dive, just keep making copies. Straight up. My weakness allows me to kill you too, which is great. I have stealth, so you can't even hit me, hilariously, through that melee weakness, which is what I'm really counting on when it comes to. Okay, here. Heroic Dive allows me to immediately move this man down. Our starter gets a kill. Melee weakness makes you take how much more? 4 times the combat damage. So that Miser is dead, unfortunately, when it comes to it. Can't really do too much then, huh? Annoying, not gonna lie. I don't have a way to cleanse that necessarily now, do I? No, I do not. I'll just put as many stats as I can of Valor in that case then. Yeah, the fact that that I will basically just constantly be getting nuked, like my Misers can die in one hit, is the worst thing overall. That is one Miser without it though, so that actually could be the biggest thing when it comes to. Two Misers. Dive boy. Nobody's dying. Actually put, yeah, I can put equipment on this man, hilariously too. So let's go ahead and do so. I got 3 different things from my versatile Ember Staff. So honestly then, we just get 2 Punch Crusaders out here then. Because that trample could be nice, and also it's just still more units when it comes to. Misers are dealing damage and making money. The money is useless here, but that's not the point. The point is that I'm just kind of straight up chilling. I need to also move you up to the front is a big thing though. I go into the top, so my Train Steward's dead in the water. That's not a problem. Really, this is what I'm looking to do though. Is that's everybody. Oh, that's 6 units on the floor? For that side effect, the send will fail. Really? They put a unit cap. That is hilarious. Okay. Well, that's fine. 2 Crusaders. I can't really do too much then on that case, but hey, that's fine. Valor up. That way you can get as much health as possible then. That's a 6. I did not know that there would be a 6 person limit here, so I'm all in on my bottom floor then. Alright, well, that should actually screw me over really bad because I needed my tank to be able to do much there, and I have no other units then. Oops. We'll see how bad that goes for me, though. So I can put a Health Furnace here. Kill everybody, that way I'm just cleaving through as much as I potentially can. Challenge, and then if I just put this dive button right here real quick, that's just straight damage, so that's 765 to Seraph, which is actually really good. Yeah, you hit me for that melee weakness, but the fact is I got all the armor back and now I'm not even weakened anymore, so I can take a hit from you now. Is the melee weakness even worth it? Actually, technically, I could just hit these slam buttons just to hit you for raw damage, which is great for me, all things considered. Actually, I can try to buffer for as much health as I can here. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit you over and over again, Chief. Alright. Oh, boys, I think we're absolutely chilling. I only have 5 cards in my deck to Warriors so I'm just constantly cycling, which is great. They all die straight up. They all dive just to get through. You're taking 866, now 909. Some more armor. Quite frankly, I think I'm gonna be totally fine here, Chief. Now I say this, we'll have to see if it's if it's an Etz or not. Nope, it is an Etz. They are all dead. We are totally fine. Well, who needs an actual death when you just duplicate your best unit 15 times over? Oh, Monster Train, you never cease to make me laugh. Well, that is a win. No fire damage at all. We've made it to the Great Abyss with 1,300 gold to spare too. Wow, greed pays, everybody. Greed pays. Victory for me as the Banished and the Fireborn. That is hilarious. Unlocking, of course. Let's see here. Igor, consume, advance, transfer all Valor to a unit. Okay, so make a pure Valor main person. Stats on Trumpets. Summoning a Hymnist applies Valor 5. Interesting. The Banished gets Ascend and Advance. So the opposite of what I just had. Descending and advancing. It's ascending and advancing. Friendly units at the front of the floor permanently gain 6 health at the end of each battle. Ooh, that seems nice too. Guildmonger, extinguished, so whenever they die, you gain an edge. I didn't even get to redeem my edge, so I forgot about it, but hey, we're fine. Attuned Manacles. Enchant is also triggered by unit abilities. Ooh, that seems really cool on both of those sides. But hey, look, that was real nice. I've got to say. Thank you for playing the Monster Train 2 demo. The full game has many additional features, so more cards, obviously. We had more clans, because Fel was a hero unit out of our initial clan when it came to be, but you can swap to have a different hero unit, potentially, with, you know, basically 5 different deck archetypes that you're pulling through. Difficulty levels, an endless mode, which is really cool. Dimensional challenges is new. Pyre Hearts is something that was teased in the trailer, which basically means giving your Pyre health different mechanics at the end. New story, new bosses, new events as well. That seems really great, of course, but at least for now, that's a wonderful demo run. 2 hours and more. Ooh, but first, Fel, you're finally back. Please tell me you have good news. I'm sorry, Talos. The corruption is spreading and it's getting worse. I can barely recognize heaven anymore. You better explain yourself, Fel. I agreed to let you use my Pyre Gel, but this much? You need to pay me back with interest. Really? Of course the dragon would think first of gold. Why deal with the threats before us when you can pad your profits, right? I mean, I just made 1,300. Angel, speaking of threats, need I remind you what happened when you were the threat invading us? Enough. Listen, this is a makeshift alliance. It's not going to be perfect, especially between former enemies. The real enemy is taking over heaven as we speak. If we don't come together, they will take over hell too. But heaven enjoy its comeuppance. My portfolio will be happy so long as the Titans get what they deserve. And so long as you actually help us, I'll be in heaven and never have to deal with you again. How did Herzl ever make to manage peace between heaven and hell? Continue the story in the full game and unlock new clans, Pyre Hearts, and daily challenges and more. Ooh. Alrighty. So that's more customization, but in the future then, yeah, new runs, daily challenges, and all. And then, yeah, you'd see I'd be able to change covenants, which are the equivalent of ascensions in this game here, exactly so. More challenges, random starting cards, win to advance your covenant rate, and unlock cosmetic rewards, a standard way to play. Interesting. But yeah, you'd be able to see here, I can choose between the Banished, the Pyreborn, the Luna Coven, Underlegion, and Lazarus Wade. So new factions compared to what we had before. Take command of this mobile host of angelic warriors that have decided to warrior help to retain their home. Use the powerful abilities of the dragons and attendant drains to have emerged from the gilded core. So you can see here, if I go with the banished, I have Fel as my champion. So she comes with multi-strike, exactly so. If I go with the primate one as the Pyreborn instead, I get Lord Phoenix. Phoenix Fire, cooldown 3. Deal damage equal to this unit's attack. Apply Pyrogel 4 to enemy units. Interesting. He's a 3-size champion as well, 15 and 20. And the main thing too is that out of your clans, you'll always start with their clan specific cards. So you saw I had Just Cause and Firestarter. Just Cause from the Banished, and then Firestarter from the Pyreborn. But if you combine the different clans later on, you get their different starts and all, and that will affect what you can have. Different Pyre Hearts as well seem to be, affecting different things, and then Covenants obviously would be different from what you have to start on. So that's different ways to impact how your deck builds later on. But it seems Monster Train 2 already has a really good start, and I really do enjoy it. But otherwise, that's already a 2-hour stream, so I'm going to really end it there on that note then. Because that was a lot more energy out than I expected, and that was a whole run for, well, 1 hour 40 minutes. So that's fine enough on my end.